Before the weekly analysis begins, I just want to let you know that I do have a Patreon page. We have two tiers available. The first tier is called Start Off for £15 a month, and what you will receive is access to a Discord server containing the beginners, intermediate, and advanced course, risk management course for Elliot wave trading, as well as financial literacy content. This tier is also for those who want to learn at their own pace and generally just support what I do and just join a community of like-minded traders. The second tier that I have is called the Waveologist for £35 a month, and what you receive is everything that I mentioned above with the addition of specific chart requests for me to annotate on a daily and weekly time frame, and one-to-one support or group sessions depending on how many people have subscribed to this tier. The group or one-to-one sessions are for those people who want a little bit of extra help with their Elliott Wave education, and also give the opportunity to ask me as many questions. Please do keep in mind that these are going to be 1 hour sessions depending on how many people have subscribed, and also I would say please do consider joining. It is really good value for money, and without further ado, let's get into the analysis. Alright guys, welcome back. This is going to be my Elliott Wave forecast for the S&P 500. But first of all, any views or opinions or suggestions that are expressed in this video do not constitute to trading or financial advice. So in my previous video that I uploaded last week, I said that we are currently in this sort of 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which gave us an A. Then we had this as our connector, and then we had 5 waves down here as our B. However, looking at how this sort of market is playing, my scenario for the bullish side is still valid. However, there is also another bearish scenario that I'm going to give you guys, which is like this. So obviously we still have a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 here. We still have our connector here, but this connector is actually now become an A. And what we're seeing here is this sort of expanded flat, maybe possibly playing out. So we have a simple WXY, then we have another A, B, and a C here into our B, and then we have a nice 1, 2, a wave 3. We're currently in this sort of wave 4. Are we then going to expect this wave 5 to take out the extremes of this high to give us our C wave, which is then complete our B wave in a higher degree? And then once this sort of B wave is completed, we will then eventually get this sort of 5 waves down again to give us our zigzag corrective structure. So I would say in the meantime, we are going to continue to push up higher towards these highs. In terms of the bullish scenario, if this does give us a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we then going to look for a sort of 3 wave correction to come back in, and then wait for a nice 50 to 61.8% rejection of this entire wave. And if price action confirmation gives us that thumbs up, we could then look to basically take this sort of towards the upside, and obviously look to take it to the upside following the overall trend, and that will give us our fifth and final leg of the fifth wave in the higher degree. If you guys don't understand what I'm saying, please go check out my other video. I explain it all in my first ever S&P video. I explain what major sort of not major but what higher degree that we are currently in, and but yeah, so that's the sort of bullish scenario. We'll expect a 3 wave correction, 50, 61.8% rejection, and then we'll wait for price action, and then we can look to take it to the upside once it breaks sort of market structure along this sort of correction to the upside, and that'll give us our thumbs up. Another thing that I said obviously is the bearish count, which we get an WXY into an A, so a 3 wave here, an ABC, which is 3 waves here, so 3, 3, and then we get this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that gives us an A, B, and a C, and then we could expect possibly a one more sort of move back to the downside. Now obviously I don't necessarily like using indicators for Elliott wave counting, but I do use indicators for divergence. I think divergence is a useful tool to have. But if you look at the sort of divergence here, we do have this sort of high that was created around here, and where we are currently sort of making waves back up. Now if this market does give us a divergence where we see some sort of lower high being formed here but a higher high being formed here, and if that confirms, then that is going to be divergence for a nice sell to take to the downside, and obviously that's basically momentum divergence, and we want to look for that, and I think that's very, very important. So in the meantime, I'm going to be saying that for this market we will be looking to take it to the upside just a little bit more to take out these highs. But nevertheless, once we have reached these highs, you want to be a bit more careful. You know, if price action gives us a nice engulfing, bearish engulfing, or a pin bar or something like that, or an inside bar, you know, that's our sort of first signal to say that okay, the sellers have started to come in, and then we're going to eventually sort of take this to the downside. Um, if this market does give us an impulsive five-wave structure to the downside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then this basically completes an A, B, and a C wave structure, which will then possibly complete our sort of wave 4. And then from once this sort of leg is completed, we then continue moving to the upside. And instead of this being the connector, this entire expanded flat will be our huge connector right here, and then that would essentially basically bring us to the downside. And then once this leg completes, obviously like I said, we'd expect more upside to come in. I would say watch out for the divergence, don't play around it, wait for it to confirm, be a bit more patient, and then we see how it goes from there. But I hope you guys do liked my video. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. I do have a Patreon, the link will be in the description down below for those people that are interested in mentorship. And yeah, I'll see you guys on to the next one. Take care.